Hi business owners, it's Claire from Claire Wright, and today we're going to be talking about pricing from a strategy, business model perspective and from a mindset perspective. Because if you're in business, there's pretty much no way to avoid dealing with pricing, short of just allowing your clients to pay whatever they want. There is no magic formula when it comes to pricing a service, and really there's not one for pricing a product either. There's no fixed hourly rate, nobody telling you what you can take home every month, because as a sole trader, you are pretty much selling yourself, and that is often quite confronting, which is why we don't often like to confront our pricing and what we're selling. But really, pricing is an aspect where we need to tackle the practical, the business parts, the business model, and pricing strategies, and the mindset parts, because the two really need to come together to get to an effective price. So financial success and pricing depends, as I said, on your business model. And just like 10K months might not be the answer to all your problems, effectively pricing depends on the way you structure your business and your financial requirements. There's not one answer, and as much as we might like to, we can't outsource our pricing. We shouldn't base it on our competitors. Instead, it needs to be specific to us, to our business, and to our clients. And as I've said, there are both strategy and mindset aspects, so let's dig into them. So the first one is the business model, because your pricing is hugely impacted by your business model. And it's not just limited to a few factors, so let's cover some of the factors. So the first one is, well, the number of people you're going to serve in a session. Working one-on-one with a client clearly needs to cost more than if there are multiple people and you're working in a group setting. So the quick, easy example, if you wanted to earn $1,200 for 10 hours of work on one-to-one, you would need to charge $120 an hour. Whereas if you want to earn that same $1,200, but you only want to do it in 3 hours of group work, if you sign up 16 people, you need to charge them $75 each. So there is a difference in how you charge, but there's also a difference in how clients perceive the value of group work versus one-on-one work. The second major factor is how long your sessions are. Clearly, that's going to impact your price. 30 minutes, 90 minutes, 4 hours, all will need to be priced differently. But what's interesting, and why it needs to be specific to you and your business and your clients, is that, say, a single 4-hour session could be perceived as having different value to 4 60-minute sessions. It depends on your client. Some people will find 4 hours really difficult in one sitting, to find that time impossible, and they want to spread the work. Others, however, will value getting the work done quickly, and rather than spreading it over 4 weeks, they can have it finished tomorrow. So your pricing needs to reflect what's important to your clients and what they perceive as valuable. And there's not necessarily going to be one answer to fit them all. Some of your clients may like 4 weeks, some may like 1 day, but you need to pick, and you need to kind of go with the one they perceive as valuable. And then the third major business factor is if your business is built on retentions and renewals versus client turnover, where you need to consistently attract new clients. Because if you need to consistently attract new clients, there's going to be a lead time generally into that. It's going to impact on your pricing because there's potentially going to be gaps between clients. So you're going to have time when you're not doing client-facing work, then you need to make sure when you are getting paid for client-facing work, it covers off that, what rentals would call a vacancy period. So what about mindset then? So the first one that always comes up when we talk about pricing is about value. And a thought that I will readily admit plagues me when it comes to valuing my own work is that it's easy and it's enjoyable for me. I love helping people with their finances, with their businesses, with their mindset. Comes naturally. They are my talents, and I can tend to overlook how special they are. There's a huge difference between the value you perceive and the value your client perceives. And it's not just what comes naturally, but also the experience and the skills you bring, which are valuable to people that don't have those experiences, that don't have those skills. So as an example, I could put together a pretty snazzy Excel worksheet in a short space of time, but a client isn't paying me for my VLOOKUPs and pivot tables and if statements. They are paying for the outcome that spreadsheet produces. Maybe that's an ability to quickly see how clients are tracking through their packages without having to go through their calendar or booking system and count up the appointments. So to price effectively, you need to think about the value your client gets from the service. And by service, I don't mean the process, I don't mean the hours you spend together, but the value of the outcome your service achieves. So if you were to choose between working somebody who could achieve your goal in 2 hours or 10 hours, which one would you choose? If they both cost the same, would it matter how long it took, as long as you believed the outcome was possible in that length of time? Because if you don't believe, if your client doesn't believe it can be achieved in the 2 hours, they're unlikely to place value on those 2 hours to the $1,000 price point. The third aspect, the second mindset aspect, is about worth. And I'm yet to come across a way to separate my self-worth from the value of my work. And if I find one, I will be sure to let you know. As a sole trader, I am selling one-to-one work with clients. And I know every time I sell a package that I'm the one delivering the package. I'll be the one bringing home the profit as a salary. I'm the person that needs to go out and advertise and promote my services, and I'm the one that needs to talk to clients on sales calls and explain if and how I could help and add value to their businesses. So what I see happen sometimes is people recommend setting a price that makes you feel uncomfortable, but that isn't always a recipe for growth. You're not always just going to grow into that price and suddenly become comfortable with it. A price a little bit outside your comfort zone may work, but way out of your comfort zone actually tends to result in discouraging you from actually promoting the service. Not believing that people will pay that price is actually you thinking the outcome isn't worth that price. So there's a big difference there, and it is something you need to work through. So you need to work on growing your self-worth with your business, with your pricing. And this confidence is built on delivering sessions, reviewing what went well and what works, learning lessons and refining from what didn't go well, checking that your clients are receiving the outcomes you expected. It is simply just a matter of practice. There is no shortcut. And it's the working with and talking to clients that will really help you to understand the value they perceive and the transformations they achieve. So low prices in themselves aren't a bad thing. Premium pricing isn't 100% guaranteed good either. What we need to achieve is a price we're comfortable with, so that we'll go out and we'll promote those services so we can deliver with confidence. We need a pricing strategy that suits our business model and our financial requirements. And we need a price where clients perceive value to the equivalent value in the outcomes. So if this video has been useful, I would love you to give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comment what aspect of pricing you need to work on, strategy or mindset. And you can subscribe to receive more content like this on business finance and money confidence. If you ever need my help working through your worth and values issues as a business owner, please just reach out for a free chat, and I'll leave the link to do that in the description for the video.